One of the best feelings in the world is when you can impress someone. And generally card tricks like that require a lot of practice. But here's a trick that you can learn and master in less than 10 minutes. Alright yo, so check this out. For those of you who are curious, today I'm going to be using the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle playing cards by Theory 11. We'll start off this trick by taking the cards right out of the tuck case and having the spectator shuffle up the deck as much as they would like, maybe even a couple of cuts, and then they can take the deck and put it right on the table. From here, I want them to pick up a small packet of cards, take a look and memorize the bottom card, but wait, let's say they change their mind. We can give the deck a cut. And let's say this is actually the packet that they wanted. So take a look and memorize that card. Once it's memorized, put this down on the table. We can put away the rest of the deck. Now, I'm going to instruct the spectator. I'm going to turn around, close my eyes as a performer, close my ears. I can't actually do that right now, but I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to ask the spectator to move some number of cards less than the number in the packet from the top to the bottom of the deck. So let's just say they move this many cards from the top to the bottom. And once they're done, I'm going to turn back around as a performer, open up my ears, and have them deal out the cards one at a time. And I'm going to try to read their facial expression to see what card they selected. Let's try this out. Yeah, no, I'm not getting that. I'm just not getting that connection from you. I don't know what it is, but we just don't have, it's not working out. It's just not working out. Let's try this. Let's say we have another spectator in the room, spectator number 2. I want her to take this packet now. And if spectator number 1 could tell spectator number 2 his number, let's just have them do that. Again, in secret, I'm going to close my eyes, turn my ears around, whatever it is. And she's going to do the exact same thing spectator number 1 did. Move that many number of cards from the top to the bottom. Hopefully we have a better connection. Once that's completed, I'm going to turn back around as a performer, open up my ears once again. And this time we're going to do something different. This time, we're going to take this packet and just put it inside of the tuck box, right? So now there's no way I can get to it. There's no way I can manipulate the cards in any way. I want spectator number 2 to just take my wrist or just hold my arm firmly, all right, or lightly, either one, and help me guide my hand into this packet. Let's try this out. I'm going to reach in. I'm going to try to find your card. Here we go. Ready? I think this is the card. So for the first time, what was the card you selected? The 4 of diamonds? Well, check this out. It's the 4 of diamonds. Boom. What up, crew? It is Magic Monday, and this is your place to learn magic, master your performance, and captivate audiences. And by the way, I'm trying out recording with my phone today, so let me know what you think. To give you some background on this trick, it is known as Second Sight by Temple Patton. There are a couple of different ways that you can do this trick, so I'm going to teach you how I performed it, and then the original method as well. So get ready to share this trick with all your friends. Now grab your favorite deck, and let's do it. Alright, yo, we have made it to the tutorial. Now, of course, you can do this with any deck of playing cards, no setup required, and it's completely self-working, which is what I like to hear. So, starting off this trick, you want to hand the deck over to the spectator. Of course, let them shuffle it up to give them some level of control that they don't actually have in real life. And once they're satisfied, have them take the packet or deck and put it down on the table. Now, from this point, have them lift up a small packet of cards, let's say no more than 15. So let's just say they pick up this many cards. They're going to take a look and memorize the bottom card. In this case, it happens to be the 2 of hearts. And the rest of the deck can be put on over to the side. Now, you as a performer, you're going to turn around and close your ears and instruct the spectator to move a certain number of cards, less than the number of cards in the pile, from the top of the deck to the bottom. Let's say they move 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, they do this quietly, so you don't know. Move them to the bottom. And then, once they're done, you tell them to let you know once they're done. And as soon as they're done, you have them flip the packet over, you can turn back around, and now you tell the spectator to deal the cards off one at a time on the table so that you can try to get a read of what card they selected by maybe looking at their facial expressions. So let's say they're going through like this, putting out all the cards one at a time. We know, as the people that are doing this trick, that the selected card is the 2 of hearts. But you as a performer, you have absolutely no idea how many cards they moved. You have absolutely no idea what card they selected. So this is what makes it really nice, because it just seems completely random. Once this is done, you're like, okay, let's come up with some kind of method as to why you're not able to read what the card is. So you say, okay, you know what? Let me move on to spectator number 2. Maybe we have a better connection. So you hand the packet over to spectator number 2, and you instruct spectator number 1 to tell spectator number 2 to repeat what they just did with the same number of cards. So we moved 5 cards. Spectator number 2 will move 5 cards as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they can take these 5 cards, again, moving from top to the bottom. What's insane now, all right, you ready for this? the selected card is going to be right on top of the deck. That's literally it. In the original effect, when a small packet of cards was taken and the bottom card is memorized, let's say Jack of Spades, and let's say again we move 5 cards from top to bottom, the initial thing was to put this packet behind your back, and of course that means it's no longer in view of anyone else, and then you would just reverse the order behind your back. But I just don't like doing card tricks where I have to put the cards under the table or I have to put the cards behind my back. So I like the fact that you deal off like this, and that way you reverse the order right in front of the spectator. And now I know this seems super obvious. You move some number of cards from the top to the bottom, you reverse the order, move cards from top to the bottom. Obviously the top card is going to be the selected card. But the key to this trick really lies in the performance of how you're doing it. There has to be some level of time delay between when spectator number 1 did their stuff and then spectator number 2 starts doing their stuff. This way it kind of erases in the spectator's mind what's actually going on. So that's one thing you have to be wary of when doing this performance. The key, again, the main thing, switching from spectator number 1 to 2, how are you tailoring that performance so that everything appears to be completely, on the table, right? There's nothing going on hidden under the table. And then from here, there's so many different ways that you can reveal this. You can take this whole packet, put it inside the box like this, and then tell the spectators that I'm going to try to reach completely at random. Maybe they can like touch your arm or something, and then as you go in, you're literally just taking off the top card. It's a selected card. Or if you want to be a bit more fancy, you can even use the bottom glide and an overhand shuffle. So you can take the top card here, peel off the top card, doing an overhand shuffle, move that all the way to the bottom. So now the card is on the bottom of the deck. And here's where you do the bottom glide. Ask them to name any number between 1 and 10, let's say. And let's say they said the number 4. You're going to take this bottom card here, move it on over to the side like this. This is the bottom glide. It can be done this way, or it can be done like this, and you pull the card back and you deal off this way, whatever feels more natural to you, right? So let's just say it's set the number 4. I'd move that card again in the cover of my hand, and then I'd deal off 1, 2, 3, and then now I take the actual selected card, 4, and there's the 2 of hearts. Hope you enjoyed that simple little trick. I know it's very easy and it might seem obvious, but I guarantee you if you perform it right, you will blow minds. For more fun tricks to try out, click on this video right here. I'm sure you're gonna love it. A huge shout out to all my Patreon producers, and thank you, love you, see you soon.